Hello and welcome to another versus challenge.
Oh, you know what we didn't do? We didn't check the number.
I was just getting ready to do that.
Versus. I don't think we checked the number last week.
No, we didn't. We didn't do the episode thing either. So.
Oh, as I hate the autoplay.
No, yep. Don't do that one. Versus challenge number.
It's got to be 40. No.
It's got to be 40. 37.
Damn.
37. We are almost at 40. Versus challenge number 37. Terrible Gamers Podcast. I'm Kevin. He's Kyle. Check out our link tree down below.
It's a speed run.
Yeah, we're just going to do it real quick. So check out our link tree down below. It has all of our links to all of our stuff. W Energy Drink, Reaper Apparel Company, T Public. Make sure you buy some of that stuff. Also has all of our social medias and stuff like that. So for our
it's a link tree.
Yeah, absolutely. So for our versus challenges, if you're not familiar with them, we have a topic that we debate.
We are in our Summer at the Arcade session.
Yes, Summer at the Arcade. 2 minutes on the clock for each debate. Today's debate is going to be on
curveball.
Yes, a little bit of a curveball on our next week's episode, which is on Missile Command and Asteroids.
Mm-hmm.
So Kyle, please tell them what we are doing.
Right, so we were debating what we should argue.
Yeah.
And we talked about like the gameplay mechanics or like which one had a bigger legacy, which I feel like next week we get into which one clearly wins that. Or you know, because it's an obvious kind of thing.
Is it though?
I think so.
Right.
Well, as we reveal facts, I think it'll become clear which one is a more cultural impact one is what I'm talking about.
Okay, I gotcha.
But then we talked about like which one's more replayable, debatable. Which emotional tone do you think is better? Because they're very different.
Yeah.
Asteroids is just kind of like space cowboy out here just shooting asteroids, whereas Missile Command is you are trying to stop nuclear fallout. So like there's a deeper tone there.
Yeah.
What we are deciding to do when we discuss the legacy of these games, we're going to double blind, which if you're a follower, we'll flip the coin. Don't know which game you're ending up with for the question.
Or if you're going first or second.
Right,
so
that's the double blind. We're going to do two flips.
Yep, the first flip, you get to decide if you want to go first or second or pick the game.
Right. So you know our games, Asteroids and Missile Command. We don't know who's going first or second. And we also don't know what we're arguing. What we're arguing is we're going to, in the moment, write a script for a movie remake of the original game.
We'll talk about some items that we would be. I don't know if I can come up with a full script, but...
Well, yeah, not a full script, obviously, but like a pitch. A 2-minute pitch.
2-minute pitch on why we should make it into a movie.
Why? Which movie?
Yeah.
And then the 2-minute rebuttal is going to be spent like, I would not watch your movie, I would watch my movie. Or vice versa. Or that's way better than anything I could come up with. You win. Maybe that's what happens. Okay, so we have our Super Mario coin, Power Star Mario coin as our flipper, which is perfect because it's a retro gaming podcast. I don't know if anybody's picked up on that in the last year.
Probably not. Well, maybe.
God,
I hope so.
Ready? Ready for the flip?
Yeah. What side's tails? What side's heads? Do that again.
The Power Star.
The Power Star's heads.
Because it has a face.
It has a face.
That sounded probably good.
Thank God
it hit my watch.
Table.
No, it hit my finger.
It's loud.
All right, ready?
Ready and tails.
Oh my God! It hit my face. Tails.
All right, I'm gonna go.
He would have argued if it was heads.
Missile Command.
Damn it! That's the easier one to come up with a movie for.
That's what I was getting ready. Oh man, let's see.
Okay,
it's probably not even gonna matter anyways. Let's see.
That's such an easier one to come up with a idea movie wise.
Yep. Tails.
Heads.
Okay.
So I will go second. This one, it definitely pays to go second.
Yeah, I know. That's why I almost went second and just picked second. And all right.
You're not ready for that. Movies are my thing.
You know, you're probably already ready. Don't be pulling out freaking.
I have a cinematographer.
You probably already know what movie is already made for yours. Fucking ass.
Yeah, some of you guys are gonna know I'm just pulling out the script to The Fifth Element.
Oh, I forgot about Fifth Element. I was thinking something else.
Oh, there's an asteroid in
Armageddon.
There, but that's horrible. There's one asteroid. We got to deal with like how many can you be on the screen? 30.
Yeah, they already made asteroids into a movie. Armageddon. This is bullcrap.
I think that was a comet. No, I think it wasn't.
All right, so 2 minutes on the clock. I'm going to give you a little bit of a pitch for Missile Command. That's going to be fucking horrible. All right, are you ready?
You have your clock ready?
I got my clock ready. 3, 2, and go. All right, Missile Command, the movie. So picture this. It's a bright, sunny day outside. You're in the city, walking around with your family. Next thing you know, you see some strange thing in the sky coming towards you, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And you see a trail of smoke behind it, and it kicks in. Oh my gosh, my city is being attacked. But next thing you know, another missile comes and blows that missile up. Saves the city from some destruction, minus a little, debris and stuff. So then, next thing you know, you think you're safe, and you hear a big loud boom. Right? Your city gets hit, and your city's under attack. Everyone starts freaking out. Everyone starts scattering. Missile Command, the movie.
How much time you got left?
I'm not there yet. Okay? So then it goes to the next scene of the military. Right? You're in the war room.
You're showing a trailer.
Yeah,
with words.
The war room. So you're going in the war room, and everyone's talking of how can we defend these missiles? We have no idea where these missiles are coming from. We don't know if they're coming from another country. But then we realize that all the countries around the world are starting to be attacked, and some of them have already been blown up, and they're gone. And now we are trying to not only save our own city, our own country, but we're trying to save the world from destruction, because we find out that aliens are attacking the world, and we are trying to send missiles, and we are working together as a whole entire planet to save our planet. And the Death Star does not appear in this. This is not a Star Wars movie, so there's no I don't know, maybe there is. But you just see flashes of missiles blowing up other missiles, and I'm out of time. So
I didn't hear.
it was right at the end. So
I'm gonna shred that in my rebuttal. Shred it.
whatever.
But I have no idea how to make my movie.
Right? 2 minutes on the clock.
Fuck, give me
Ready?
give me 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
I
gave myself
I'm
5.
I'm going off
3,
the cuff here.
2, go.
In a world where the world needs more insert unobtainium, whatever mulligan, whatever mineral we need, we're out of it. It's probably lithium, because that's what we fucking need for everything right now. There are discovered an asteroid field full of it out in I don't know, outside Uranus. And
Uranus.
one person is qualified enough in flight, or space flight, and munitions, and it's gonna be Sydney Sweeney. And everyone votes for me automatically. But she has a co-pilot. Oh man, we could go so many ways with that one. We're gonna just say, who is she with? Who's the cowboy hat and Twister?
1
2?
minute left.
Yeah. Well, anyways, we're gonna get them back together because they were in a fun rom-com.
Tornado ring?
They go out into the space with their ship, with the idea of, we need these asteroids, we need the bits of them. They put a net around the asteroid field and just start blasting asteroids to keep you guys well stocked on your batteries.
You still have 35 seconds.
It's a big ship, so they have a bedroom, so there's a steamy scene.
Sex sells, people.
That's I'm
Sex
trying to
sells.
get your butts in the
my God,
seats.
this is so bad.
This
is a bad idea.
But that's hard to come up with a movie for asteroids, because they fly
Well,
into the
I picked
asteroid
this-
belt. I know, but I got screwed on asteroids. They're stuck in the asteroid belt, and we need those asteroids, so they're blowing them up because they have a necessary compound. I mean, I could have gone, we need these to save the Earth, but no, you're gonna go for boobs. My movie's better.
It's definitely not. It sounds like something that I would watch by myself late at night.
You never saw Space Truckers, where they had to haul they weren't hauling asteroids, but they got hit by a black asteroid because it was black rock and you couldn't see it. Stephen Dorff and not Anthony Hopkins, Dennis Hopper.
So before you start destroying my movie, why didn't you just go something similar with the movie Armageddon? That's what I was thinking.
Because that's one asteroid.
Yeah, but like expand on that. You know, like Armageddon 2, you know.
But
like,
all those asteroids weren't going to hit Earth.
Why not?
Because they're on different trajectories. You know how big space is?
I mean, it doesn't have to be on different trajectories.
But that's what the game is.
I understand, but the game based on
the game has 30 asteroids flying around. Armageddon had one.
So is Doom
We're supposed to have 30 oil rigs with
is
people?
Doom exactly like the game? The
It
video
tries
game?
a little bit harder than what you're coming up with.
I mean,
Which, by the way,
you could be getting hit
Missile
with
Command
asteroids.
is the guy who made it was worried about thermonuclear warfare, not about an alien invasion.
Yeah, I was
That's
based
a totally
off the
different
game.
game.
It was based off
That's
the game.
Space Invaders. That's pixels.
No, Space
That's what it
Invaders
is.
is when things are coming down and
From space, which is what you
Yeah,
were
but
saying.
we're missiles
Missile
from
Command.
space.
No, they don't have nukes. They got something else.
They got
we got nukes.
But you know what?
Like that's what
we saved the
no,
world.
The creator
Saved the
would
world.
never make your movie because it was about Russia bombing
Your
America.
movie sounded like it sucked. Okay,
That's why I threw in Sydney Sweeney.
I know.
I could not come up with an idea other than I got to get people to want to see it, and I would want to see Sydney Sweeney.
I didn't even go into my cast.
I've seen every. I don't know if I've seen every Sydney. No, because she's got a new one on Apple that's like intense. She like kills her boyfriend.
I mean,
or
my
something. Sorry,
cast. I gotta throw this in for Carol. You know, Joshua Jackson's one of the main characters.
Hey, have you checked out that Doctor Boat, whatever?
Dr. Odyssey? Yeah, she watches it all the time. By
Yeah,
herself, so.
I should ask her if it's any good, because I would watch that show.
I mean, it has Joshua Jackson in it, so she's gonna say it's good.
But I'll ask her to filter her answer through.
I mean, if we had like, what if it was like Joshua Jackson and Alicia Cuthbert in my movie? Like, I mean,
The Girl Next Door.
yeah,
Yeah,
The Ranch.
I never saw The Ranch.
Oh, well, gotta see it.
But what are?
Alicia Cuthbert.
But your movie could be anybody. Like, because you didn't go with
Tom
like
Cruise.
you didn't go with like I'm the guy at Missile Command. You went with like the Godzilla aspect of like there's something happening I have no control over and I'm surviving it.
Yep,
Which was an interesting twist for your movie.
it was.
It was a survival movie.
Yes.
Whereas mine was
Well, because I mean,
Space
when
action.
I played Missile Command, like I understand like it was a nuclear attack and you're trying to save your city, but like I think when we played, when you play the Game Boy Color version, right?
where you're traveling through the world.
Yeah, it travels through the world. So that's where my mind. That's why my mind went that way because you don't know who's shooting these things.
Right. I appreciated your pitch.
Yeah.
Because it I don't know, expanded on the idea.
I understand like
what would you come up with for an asteroids game?
I would have done something where asteroids were going to be an asteroid field was coming towards our galaxy and it was potentially going to destroy the revolutions of our planets, which could potentially the scientists were going to look at, you know, like, oh well, if they take out Pluto or Uranus or Neptune, that it could
Uranus could have gotten pounded.
it could potentially have a lasting effect on the way that we revolve around the
Milky
sun,
Way.
and which could destroy the Milky Way as
We know it.
we know it. The Milky Way would just be
You did better. But your movie doesn't have Sydney Sweeney, apparently.
she's all right, but
Shut up. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him, Sydney.
She's not,
I know you're...
she's not Alicia Cuthbert, but
Okay. There we have it. I think we know what Reverse is saying as soon as we stop streaming.
oh man, it was a good episode though. So check out the link tree down
She was in
below.
Happy Endings too, right?
Okay, we get it. You like Sydney Sweeney?
No. Alicia Cuthbert.
Oh, Alicia Cuthbert. Happy End.
It was a TV show.
What about Mila Kunis?
She's crazy. There's like some like political stuff going on with all that.
I mean,
I think she's Canadian though.
like the crazy ones. So
But like with her and Kutcher and Kanye, there's some weird stuff with
yeah,
Mila
it's-
Kunis.
Yeah, it's Mila Kunis. So I don't care.
Give me Alexandra Daddario, I guess.
Oh, I forgot about her. Anyways, check out our link tree down below with all of our stuff. Reaper Apparel Company, W Energy Drink. Check us out on Spotify, Podbean, Spreaker, all those places you can get
it's
the audio
everywhere.
cast, YouTube.
You found us on YouTube, so like, follow,
I
subscribe.
realized I never threw up any of the games on here. It was just the versus challenge background the whole time, but that's all right.
No.
So it was a movie.
Watch next week. We get into the games plenty.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I want to say June or July 2028. Asteroids, the movie with Sydney Sweeney, coming to theaters near you.
Yeah, it's gonna be just as good as Battleship, I'm sure. So
Hey, Rihanna was great in that movie.
the only highlight.
I like Taylor Kitsch. No, what's her head was in it.
And what were you doing with the tornado wrangler? What you putting him in there too?
Yeah,
For the
they
ladies.
Yeah, because her and him were in a movie like Just Get Over It or something.
Oh my gosh.
Not Anyone But You, I want to say it is. They're awesome together. Like,
that is a good movie, Twisters, though. I do like that.
But they're awesome together. That guy's awesome. Top Gun, Maverick, Twisters 2.
Top Gun Maverick was good too. So, anyways,
you'd go see that fucking movie and you fucking know it. You comment.
You know mine's better though.
Yeah, but you'd go see mine.
We'll have a good cast. Don't worry. So,
that's in 2 minutes. That's all we got for you. I'm sorry, we probably went long.
Who produced mine? Legendary Pictures. Yep.
Thank you for coming to
yes.
us.
Thank you for watching today's Versus Challenge,
which was number
37.
Sorry, thank you.
Tune in next week for our episode, our fourth week of Summer at the Arcade, and we are going to be playing Missile Command and our Asteroids. Have fun with it, guys. Hope you're enjoying everything, and
hope you're having a great summer. Sorry.
Yes, have a great summer, and hope you're not overly enjoying the heat, because I'm not. So it's been bad. So, but for the Terrible Gamers, I'm Kevin.
I'm Kyle.
And as always,
keep on playing.